Hey guys, here is the Beatles Alphabet Book by Jerry Pallotta, illustrated by David Bidodrisky. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, David. Not my intent. The Beetle Alphabet Book. Those look like ladybugs, and ladybugs are a type of beetle. But I bet Joy already knew that. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Celebrate! There's nothing on earth as diverse as beetles. We start this alphabet book with the heaviest beetle around. A is for African Goliath beetle. This beetle is almost as large as your hand in Africa. Children often tie strings to these beetles and play with them as pets. A Goliath beetle. If it's from Africa, we would probably have to see it at the zoo. B. B is for bombardier beetle. The bombardier beetle sprays poison gas to protect itself, but not enough to harm a person. Tiny bugs, teeny frogs, and little lizards should watch out. Bombardier beetle. C. C is for cucumber beetle. Farmers do not like these cute beetles because it eats tender young cucumber plants. Its cousin, the potato beetle, the asparagus beetle, and the carrot beetle are also pests to farmers. About that, there are beetles that only eat certain plants. Have to watch out for them on the farm. D, the dung beetle. Dung is poop. This beetle rolls balls of animal poop into its nest. It lays eggs in the poop, so the babies will have something to eat when they hatch. Dung beetles think poop is delicious. But hey, God thought of everything. If something didn't take care of all the poop and it didn't compost, there would be way too much of it around. So he created dung beetles to eat poop. That's pretty amazing. E is for the elephant stag beetle. Beetles come in all different shapes. These beetles look like they have antlers. Come on now, behave. Stop fighting, or you'll be sent to the principal's office. F. F is for fungus beetle. These beetles needs to go to the beauty shop. It is not slick and shiny like many beetles. It is very difficult to recognize because it is camouflaged. It looks like decaying leaves, the bumpy bark of trees, or fungus. G is for giraffe beetle. Look at its long neck. Wow, what a long neck. The male giraffe beetle uses his unique neck to roll up leaves. The female then lays her eggs in this protected place. H. H is for harlequin beetle. Its front legs are so huge some people think they are its antenna. Beetles are insects. All insects have 6 legs. I. I is for Ips beetle. Most beetles are tiny. See if you can find the 3-lip, the Ipses, beetles on the pine needles. Ips beetles bore holes into trees. They look harmless, but they have been known to wipe out sections of forest. Well, I see one. Oh, there's another one down there. I don't see the third one. I found 2. J. Even though the word bee is inside the word beetle, a bee is not a beetle. A beetle's wings fold inside its back. A bee's wings are always on the outside. Now buzz off, bee. J. J is for June bug. You can recognize a beetle by the straight line down its back. June bugs usually appear in early summer during the month of June. That's how they got their name. How'd you get your name? K. K is for Kalahari beetle. This beetle lives in the Kalahari Desert, where there is hardly any water. Name a place, and beetles probably live there. Mountains, plains, cities, beaches. Hot desert, freezing nights, no problem. L. L is for the leaf beetle. This beetle is the same color as the green leaves it eats for dinner. Leaf beetles like to eat weeds and bushes more than trees. Some leaf beetles prefer the leaves of raspberries, strawberries, and grapes. M. M is for Mexican bean beetle. This beetle is one of the largest ladybugs. It is a myth that the number of spots show how old a ladybug is. Most beetles live less than 1 year. It is not polite to ask a ladybug her age. Are you looking at me? I said, are you looking at me? I'm a spider, not a beetle. I'm not even an insect. Spiders have 8 legs, not 6. Spiders do not have wings. N. N is for net-winged beetle. Beetles have 2 sets of wings. The hard outer wings are called elytra. In most beetles, the elytra are smooth and shiny. The net-winged beetle has ridged elytra that look like netting. Pretty cool. O. O is for oriental beetle. Scientists have discovered almost 1 million different species of beetles. There are more beetles on Earth than any other type of creature. There are so many that you could probably write 1,000 different beetle alphabet books. P is for pie dish beetle. Other beetles have interesting names too. There's the furniture beetle, the drugstore beetle, the mud-loving beetle, the death watch beetle, and the puffball beetle. And here's more. The flower beetle, F-L-O-U-R, flower like it eats weed, and F-L-O-W-E-R like it likes pretty flowers. And the snail-eating beetle, the engraver beetle, and the ship timber beetle. Wow, great names, great beetles. Q. Q is for the quartz plain beetle. This beetle blends in with the environment and lives in the quartz plains where the rocks are white. R. R is for rutabaga weevil. A weevil is a type of beetle that has a long snout. The most famous weevil of all is the boll weevil, which destroys cotton crops. Weevils are good at drilling holes into seeds, nuts, and fruit. Their teeth are at the end of their snouts. S. S is for seed beetle. This seed beetle has a comb-shaped antenna. Look through this book for examples of antenna diversity. You will find the thread type, the feather type, the ball at the end type, and the saw type, and the bead type. T. T is for tiger beetle. This beetle has huge jaws. Beetles are biters. Other insects have different types of mouths. Butterflies are sippers, houseflies are spongers, grasshoppers are chewers, bees are lickers, and mosquitoes are bloodsuckers. U. U is for the underwater beetle. This beetle is like the U.S. Navy SEAL, sea, air, land. The underwater beetle can swim underwater, fly in the sky, and walk on land. Not many creatures can do that. Let's face it, beetles are amazing. La cucaracha. La cucaracha. Don't be fooled. Cockroaches are not beetles. Can you see the difference? The wings of a cockroach overlap. V. V is for violin beetle. Here's another crazy shaped beetle. It looks like a violin. Let's see. If we had a viola beetle, a cello beetle, and 2 violin beetles, we would have a beetle string quartet. A violin beetle can also be called a guitar beetle. W. W is for whirligigs. Whirligigs dance on top of ponds and streams. They look like bumper cars going every which way. Whirligigs can see above and below the water, all at the same time. Remember, beetles can fly if they get tired of one pond. They just fly over to another. X. X is for xylokites, a rhinoceros beetle. We found a beetle that begins with X, but it's more fun to see beetle guts. So here's like an X-ray of the beetle. Its head, its thorax, its abdomen, its rectum, its intestines, the hind legs, the mid legs, the foregut, the midgut, the hearts, the brain, the antenna, the mouth, the front legs. Y. Y is for yellow tortoise beetle. Are you ready for some big words? People who study insects and bugs are called entomologists, like Peter's friend Andrew. If they specialize in beetles, they are called Psilopopterists. Maybe you'll be one when you grow up. And Holly wanted to be a herpetologist when she grew up because she likes snakes. Joy may grow up to be an entomologist like Andrew. Welcome to the land of metallic beetles. Did someone forget some jewelry? On this page, there's a zinc metallic beetle, a platinum metallic beetle, a gold metallic beetle, a silver metallic beetle, a bronze metallic beetle, and Z is for the zinc metallic beetle. The engraver beetles were here. They left us a message. The Beetle Alphabet Book.